welcome. Posting some notifications. Thanks for joining me. Where are we at? We're basically gonna be getting back into chapter 3. Paused yesterday right before the investigation. So we still got the investigation to do, and then we're gonna move on to the trial. I think we're gonna get all that done this morning. So I'm actually really not sure who. I'm not even sure who's gonna be dead yet. I'm also not sure. I'm not sure who might have done it. So if you know this game, chapter 2 I felt was like a huge twist. So chapter 2 really didn't see anything coming towards the end. I mean, I kind of had my suspicions, but they threw a lot of curveballs at us on chapter 2. So we'll see what chapter 3 brings. But yeah, thanks for joining, welcome, and let's check out what's going on with Celeste. She seems pretty got in a fight or something. This is right before the investigation. I stopped streaming yesterday. She got attacked. Oh, maybe this is the mystery person. That's hard to see. It's like one of the bonking hammers. It's a weird looking hammer. Oh, it's kind of like a mallet.
Okay.
Courtroom mallet. What? Judge smack. Gavel, I think it's called. A gavel. Uh-oh. This is how she got,
As for me,
I see.
Welcome to the channel. Hope your day's going well. Looking forward to GDQ. Starting today. A little bit, actually. Might have been the victim this time.
Indeed. Actually,
Robot dude. RJ.
I see.
Could be anybody in that robot suit. Just testing to see if the mic is working well.
Just a
Okay.
second. Let's see.
I see.
It's gonna be third floor.
This is bad.
Okay, we're on the third floor. Not gonna be happening here.
What?
What? What are you saying? You've gotta be kidding!
Get aside Jill, she's back.
Stop talking. What? That's fine.
Okay. Oh,
Perhaps.
okay.
Man, she heard that all the way in the third floor. That's something going on in the library.
What?
Robot just RJ. I guess that makes
What
sense.
did you say?
Put 2 on it.
Well,
Kinda looks like a toy hammer,
Hey,
but it's bleeding. Celeste doesn't look she got in a fight anymore. Doing in this corner.
What did you say?
indeed.
What the hell am I looking at?
This is unforgivable!
It can't be!
damn.
I don't know what we think. It's probably a costume, right? Somebody's in this robot justice suit.
What?
Are you okay with... Yeah! So then,
Well then.
yes, indeed.
So, in other words,
Mysterious.
what? Very strange.
Talk Sokka's kind of freaking out. That's right. Kind of started chapter 3 going into like Super Saiyan or some weird alter ego.
So that's it. In other words, what?
Hey,
Okay.
well then.
They're not gonna leave him in the. They're not all gonna leave him in the nurse's office, right?
What to do? What to...
What?
Damn.
On a fast track. Where we going?
Well,
Oh! Just a second! So, what are you saying?
Oh wait, what? I'd better check the 3rd floor really well. Are we not on the 3rd floor? I want to go to the 3rd floor. That was meant to say it should check the 2nd floor really well. Might have been a.
Everyone,
We wanted to go to the 3rd floor first.
just a second!
What?
Rumi.
What? It's all clear now.
So then...
so then.
Just a second!
Bad feeling. Bad feeling. I knew we shouldn't have left him alone. Like, real poor judgment.
No! What the...
Remember our theory yesterday was that maybe he's now outside the game with his friends. there's that weird picture of everybody together laughing and
after a
having
certain
fun.
amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will be...
Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Just getting into the investigation part of chapter 3. That's the hammer. Number 3. We saw 2 other hammers. And this weird robot justice dude, RJ. So the only people we didn't account for was Yoko and Taka. Taka was like super strange this chapter. He like turned into another person.
Are you okay with this? So then... Huh? Sorry.
Curious if any of our viewers are going to be watching any of the GDQ streams this week. Looking forward to it myself. Apparently we have a mystery person, so I mean, I would highly doubt this game's gonna throw in a mystery individual and then you catch them and execute them. I mean, that wouldn't make any sense, right? You don't introduce a new character in a chapter and then immediately they are the person that gets executed at the trial. Like, the new person has to be around for at least another at least another chapter. This was the rec room. Camera on the ground. Curious if any of our viewers have played this game before. This is definitely a new one for me. Recently playing Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright, and decided I wanted to check this game out because I thought there were some similarities, and they're quite a bit different, but a little similar. Oh yeah, this was the art room. Figure drawing class. This one in there. Now it's on the wall. Very interesting. This isn't where everybody is. Where is everybody? Let's go catch the killer. See here. Has to be it. Who? Is that Taka? Huh. Alright. Now we get to do the investigation time. This officially begins investigation. What's going on with Roko?
What? What?
What? Hey!
I see.
Damn!
Oh!
Oh man.
Indeed.
What did you say? Come on.
What? Hey!
Throwing all these weird things going on. Got a robot. I wanted to get to know Taka, and now he's dead.
Indeed.
What? Why?
Huh?
Hina.
No way! No!
Hina. What?
Well... Huh?
Damn. Bastard!
We're down to 8 plus the one individual we don't know who they are.
Huh?
Unless they were just the mole, but it sounded like there was going to be a 16th person in the trial.
Damn.
There's 16 seats. So... body's gone. Either Toko's a really good feigner. What's this mystery person?
Huh?
Stop talking.
Huh?
Not possible.
Huh? Well...
Oh yeah, Kyoko. We don't even know where Kyoko is.
It is so.
That's strange. Oh yeah, hero.
That's fine.
Let's see.
That's right.
Let's see.
Perhaps.
In other words, what?
So then. But. Because, I mean.
Hina.
Huh?
Well. Oh yeah, let's see if we got the help with the exclamation. Still in the art, or they went to the art room. It's like we just need to start checking places. This chapter has gotten strange. A lot of moving parts.
Come on.
Indeed.
Goodbye.
So I kind of think that was probably scripted. Basically, you just need to go... No, I don't believe in Coco alone. So yeah, I just think it didn't really matter where I went. I probably just needed to go into 2 different locations. Two locations, and then the event would trigger, or probably couldn't go into these 2 locations. Maybe I could have just gone here right away. Be interesting. Maybe there's some secret hallways. Something weird. Tarps. Just getting some tea going. It's been steeping for a bit of time.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
I thought we already heard this.
It's the Monokuma file! What?
Stop talking.
Punishment is waiting for you.
See if we can not spill this on myself.
See ya later! What the heck?
Hopefully that wasn't too noisy. Sorry about
That's terrible!
that. Gotta remember to mute.
Who would do this? Why? Why?
Just like that. Back.
He's alive again? Where am I? Cold.
Another twist.
That's right. I remember now.
Come on, you gotta wake!
I remember before I met. It's reaching out like the tail of a comet.
Hey, Ifumi! Who was it? Who attacked
So that
you?
means there's
Who
only
tried to kill you?
one death.
Killed me? That's right. I remember. Their name. Yasu.
Oh. Well, that was a twist. He's naming the suspect.
Honestly.
Stop talking.
Then perhaps...
So, in other words,
What is this?
that's fine.
Indeed.
So it's not Hero. Somebody else.
Very strange.
Well. Perhaps. Monokuma appears!
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they...
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
They don't get
Each
beat.
murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Unless they're a mole.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
In other words... So then... Hey, Phew!
So in other words,
Well... Extreme! Well now...
However,
Indeed. So,
What? Oh!
You SOB! Huh? You've gotta be kidding! What the heck? What? Yep. What are you saying? Let's see.
so then...
it's all clear now.
Then who's gonna be my, I'm gonna have like an assistant for this investigation part. Let's check out the file. Thought they were both. Keyword thought. That's strange. There's an elevator in this place. We're solving this. Solve this case. so I think these hammers were painted with the Justice Hammer. It doesn't really seem like the security camera are.
So then.
Work. I forgot that. Kind of wondering if it was Celeste. She was the person that she was beat up. Maybe that was due to struggle. That would have been like misdirection. So like Celeste's been doing a lot of telling of this situation. Maybe
However.
like Celeste is doing like all this telling. Like it's kind of weird that Celeste has seen the assailant all the time, only her, tells everybody where to go, usually doesn't go with them. I kind of feel like she's maybe the person.
So, in other words,
It's not a hero. That's the misdirection.
what? What? I see.
Maybe 2 because somebody witnessed it.
That's enough. Goodbye.
That's my theory, is the motive of taking another person out, if it's going to make it more obvious, potentially would then be that they could pin you as the killer. So you'd have to take them.
But...
Trapdoors. There must be trapdoors. Room and nurse going. Go see what Toko or Genocide is up to.
What?
Apparently we can't recall that Aka's on the tarp. Tarp down, Aka on it, on the dolly. Kind of a weird secret of it. Have the dolly just to prevent the dolly from getting blood on it. Out on the wheel? Maybe? Go to the nurse's office, see what we find over there. could be kind of a quick investigation if this is the only two places we can go.
Let's see. Yes, indeed. Indeed.
She helped Hina to the bathroom. Oh. Here we go. I think this is it. Fumi wasn't dead, so they didn't necessarily need to carry him up to the 3rd floor. They could have wiped his glasses off, been a friend, helped him out, and helped him escape up to the 3rd floor. And then he died. So just somebody that Hifumi trusted that act of trust got him to move. That would make sense. That has to be it. Yeah, that has to be it. Hey, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Basically, we're probably getting close to finishing up this investigation and heading to the trial.
It's all clear now. Goodbye.
We have some theories. Theories of what's happened, what's taken place. I have a theory that Celeste is in a really suspicious spot. Yeah, she was telling a lot of people what to do, where to go, what she saw. Like, a lot of people. She always seemed to be like right at the action, what was going on. Whether we were chasing somebody or... I guess I misunderstood what... Oh, heroes. I got wrapped up in my theory. Fumi actually... wasn't carried. That was my theory, so... doing my best to multitask, but I don't think Hifumi was carried. That's my theory. Oh yeah, his name is... not Hiro. Yasuhiro. Somebody helped Pull me up to the 3rd floor is my theory. There's a lot of things in here. I was just checking out all the different... The door, okay. Just making sure it was the door. It kind of seemed like it was another thing. Ooh, maybe Robot Justice is a good person. Maybe Robot Justice was helping. Yeah. But I felt like I had something stuck in my throat. Alright. I don't think there's anything in. So, Hero has a Robot Justice. I don't know how he ordered that. Maybe he
Just
found
a
it.
second. Okay.
Streamlining. I think Hero's a good dude.
I mean...
Robot Justice was helping out. Like, Robot was... Yeah. I totally don't suspect Robot Justice or Hero. Absolutely not.
Huh?
I think he's being a good person. Something's in the closet. Or locker.
Right.
Don't be mean!
What? Well... It's nothing. Hey. And?
I mean...
Well, that foils my theory.
Huh? Let me out of here! You got it all wrong!
It would seem...
So then...
But
Honestly.
he also couldn't do the latch. If he can't do the latch to take it off, he can't do the latch to put it on. So this is like this is a framing agent.
Could it be... That's terrible!
Oh,
Just the worst.
he can't put it on. If he can't take it off, he can't put it on.
What?
That's right.
So he's framed. Box was put in his room, in the middle of the room.
Please!
What are you saying?
I mean, you'd be pretty oblivious, or what's the word I'm looking for? If you were planning on attacking people in a costume, probably wouldn't leave evidence of it in your room.
Okay.
Put it somewhere else.
Huh. See? Look, I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
That might be true, but that doesn't mean he did it.
Ah.
So Hero's off. Not Hero.
Just a second!
We don't get a cool picture with Hero wearing the costume?
But...
In Makoto? I said Hero?
Honestly.
what the heck?
Just the worst. That's terrible!
What?
Oh. Then perhaps...
Good point. I don't think it was Kyoko though. Maybe it was.
What the heck?
Not everything. What? Oh, I didn't talk about it.
What the heck? What?
Just the worst.
Please? Huh?
It's not the killer.
How about that?
So then,
I'm at least 30% right.
Say 30%?
Please?
What the heck?
Oh, so...
That would have been Celeste. Celeste was found in the rec room,
Hey.
injured.
just the worst. So,
So that would be a good timeline, right? So Celeste invites him, tells him about some secret hole. She gets into a fight, scrap.
Don't be
Maybe
mean.
trying to get him to pass out.
Just a second.
Some chemicals. He doesn't remember that though.
Please.
Right. So if she's asking the question about prove your innocence.
What the heck? Just the worst. What are you saying?
What?
Makoto. It would seem... Why is that? Anyway... Shall we go? Hey. Correct. Hey. Anyway...
Yeah. Celeste. Suspicious. Oh, wait. Kyoko's like super suspicious, not being around, being absent the whole time.
So then... I knew it.
They're really emphasizing that on her. Needed to see. So simple. He needed to see. His glasses were covered in blood. So someone helped wipe them off. Threw the cloth in the trash. He walked. No carrying necessary.
So then...
I see. Hey. Whew. So then... That's right. In other words...
I think that just said 6 p.m. in the morning.
However...
Probably misread.
Makoto. Because... Hey. Is that right? So then...
Grab a paper didn't have. Right. So Celeste got someone to help. Someone came and check on Celeste and Ina. Getting framed. There's no punishment for leaving the room. More framing. Framing. Plus didn't help me. So this is most likely Hifumi's cloth because he's super into this character. Person couldn't pick up Taka, so had to use a dolly to move the body. This is a weird washed hammers.
Indeed. That's right. Indeed. Why is that? Hey. So... However...
Don't trust those notes. Fake.
Is
I was
that
all
right?
setting it up.
So... Hey,
It's ripped out of his hands.
so then... Hey. Is that right?
That was a weird addition. I'm not too sure what that's about.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with everyone, please make your way to the...
I'm gonna review that
It would seem...
additional ebook thing.
Shall we go?
Now, I wonder if they're gonna add a whole bunch of stuff to the trial. The second trial they added a ton of. I'm guessing a statement is going to be made that will refute. Okay.
Monokuma, appear! Wrong.
Whew.
Boy, tough crowd.
Stop talking.
Okay. Hey! Hey!
Let's go.
Please!
What the heck?
What the heck?
Celeste.
Hey,
That's
Celeste
right.
is biggest suspect right now. Maybe a ninth person history.
Yes, yes.
Not her. Not him. I think it was a girl. I mean, I don't think it was Sakura. It could be by Akuya, but I don't think it's by.
just the
Hina.
Hey,
Kyoko, Celeste, or Hina. Alright, so we get to save right before the trial. Let's save. Alright, so theories. What are the theories? I think it's Celeste. But it could be Kyoko. But I think she's another, it's just too obvious that she hasn't been around. And it could be Hina, but I just noticed for the first time the red thing around Hina's knee. I don't remember seeing that before, but maybe I just wasn't paying attention. But anyway, I think it's Celeste. She was always directing the flow of what was happening during the investigation. She was always seeing someone just around the corner, or she was always screaming, and I don't know, I feel like she was kind of making up excuses or misdirecting people ways that she wanted to. Took Hina out of the bathroom, Hifumi then got up. And she was the first person, she got like attacked. Very beginning of the investigation. She was like hurt. I think she got in a scuff. What's changed?
Just the
I think it changes every time, but honestly, I couldn't tell the difference between Trial 1 and Trial 2. The decor.
Come on.
I've already reviewed everything. Oh, there's that skills though. Skill. I've been really struggling on time. Steady hand would be nice. Starting the trial.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it!
Do we? Do we? I have my suspicion. Do any of the viewers have their own suspicions about who has done it?
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it!
I didn't! Someone knocked me out!
Shut your murdering mouth!
Who are you?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit.
Framed.
Parts we assume were used to build it.
Framed.
And all of it was found in your room. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you?
So one of the evidence is you can't bend over. So bending over to move bodies wouldn't is going to be one of the arguments.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why?
Here we
Why
go.
did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill
I
them?
guess it's the blueprint statement.
Hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof.
Not the blueprints.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
What?
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
Wait a minute. Well, Illuminati off the table. I mean, it was Hiro in the Justice suit. Can't do it. I mean, I feel like this is a forced. It was him.
I got it! Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never
He
found
was in the
any
suit.
kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense! You just said Hiro didn't do it!
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying...
The choice of Hino was total.
The culprit
bait.
in this
Total
case has
bait.
nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption! And what reason do
True.
you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before
She's
we
fighting
get to
this,
that,
right?
there's
Celeste is
something else
fighting
we need
this.
to clarify first.
Building up evidence of why I think it's Celeste.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around!
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Yeah, we can. It was a dolly. Almost went right past it. And it was also a tarp. Things. Wonder if there's an order. Hey, welcome to the stream. We're just getting through this, or we're just started the trial. How's your day? Nice Sunday today over here. In the tarp. So we're trying to prove, right now we're trying to prove what was used for Taka's body movement.
They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
We're got through how Hiro was not the culprit.
Taka's body disappeared from
We're
the
trying to
equipment.
prove that.
And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
Which means you have to bend
The
over,
same tarp that up until then was stored in the equipment room.
and you can't bend over.
So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
You can't bend over when you're in the robot suit. Hiro's in a robot suit, but he was framed. certain he was friends.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body. But when the body disappeared, so did the doll. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the doll.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
I'm not.
That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
The wheel. The wheel had the blood on it. Had to have been moved.
Expects much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going
Celeste.
on around you.
It's totally her. Oh no. Another element. Tab. Oh, and you have to press it in time. Okay, cool. See how well I do on this. These are tricky.
You have it wrong! I cannot agree! You are a fool! So pathetic! Lies will get you nowhere! Do your worst! Away with you! You miserable wretch! I cannot agree! You are a fool! Lies will get you nowhere! Do your worst, you miserable wretch! You have it wrong! I cannot agree! You are a fool! So pathetic! Lies will get you nowhere! Do your worst! Away with you!
Oh man, I am...
You miserable wretch! I cannot agree! You are a fool! Lies will get you nowhere! Do your worst, you miserable wretch!
Yep,
You miserable wretch!
totally struggling.
You have it wrong! I cannot agree! You are a fool! So pathetic! Lies will get you nowhere!
Man! I did not understand what happened to the temple at all.
I refuse to give up yet!
That was terrible. Review.
You have it wrong! I cannot
remember why you do the right click.
So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You had it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst.
I don't understand the tempo right now.
You miserable wretch. You had it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you.
That's an offbeat.
I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
That was ridiculous.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, there was a pool of blood.
I don't know what was going on.
Tire marking that matched the dolly.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to press the.
The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room.
We're supposed to press space bar. Forgot about space bar.
And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to.
Yeah. The subject of how. What kind of robot is.
I'm not sure.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Yeah, bend over. Yeah, that bullet time was really challenging. I forgot that I used this special ability in the previous two trials. Totally just spaced it.
Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah. The culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
So?
Keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah. But even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
That's the statement. Because you can't bend over in the robot costume. Not wrong.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a... Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
You can't bend in half. Or you can't bend at the waist.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly off?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
You couldn't. Alright.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit would...
I think this is gonna be an easy solve. Maybe there'll be a twist. But it's Celeste.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right!
So, it's really, really true that Robo-Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hiro in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Oh, let me remind you of the
You
evidence.
all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo-Justice?
Not being
If
dragged
whoever was in
away.
that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
I bet Hifumi loves
Besides,
Robo-Justice.
Do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
So he was like excited, enjoying being hugged by Robo-Justice.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question.
That throws a wrench.
The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate...
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up.
Celeste
so we
wasn't
went to
there.
look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
But no one can verify.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
When Celeste told us that, we decided, and soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
No one can verify.
and then... At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement.
Welcome to the stream.
I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Thanks for the follow. Definitely appreciate that.
Meanwhile,
Definitely. Thank
we
you.
just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time. Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
So Fire Nomad, you're the first follower live on stream. So I just wanted to say thanks real quick. Yeah, just made my day. Got a big smile. Thanks.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office.
Oh, I'm totally distracted
Right
now.
after we left the physics lab,
Oh,
ran
thanks,
into
Fire Nomad.
Celeste, who'd arrived after us, and she told us something very surprising.
How's your day today? Hopefully it's going well.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
Let me know if you want me to do a little recap. This is my first time playing this game. The third trial. We're getting down to it. I think we're kind of mid-trial. And I think it's Celeste.
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
Yep.
I
Got
think that
2
about
people
covers
out this round.
I see.
Only 8 of us
The whole
left.
thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation.
Yeah, definitely an interesting game. Has these weird quick time elements or like shooting elements in the trial, and then there's these investigation moments, and before that is kind of like a go meet your the other characters. It's called Danganronpa. I'm not too sure if that's how you pronounce it, but yeah, this game got really great reviews, which is what made me interested in it. And I was playing some Phoenix Wright earlier in December, and I was kind of spurred me on to checking this title out. So a little bit different. It's a little bit. I feel like it's a little bit darker
And
than
from there,
Ace
we can
Attorney.
uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them.
It's pretty cool.
Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
So we have to like present evidence right now in this trial, and oh, this is the shooty part where you have to like to get rid of statements and white noise and whatnot. So
Regarding
try to
Taka's
focus.
death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka
I
came
don't.
what
No.
makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So we have to shoot the statement that is orange. There's like an orange scrolly statement, and you have to identify which one to take out.
Regarding Taka's death.
And you have to shoot the purple statements because they hurt you if they hurt the time.
Perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in.
I don't think we do. So that was wrong. That was a wrong choice.
Shoot!
We had a really hard time in the bullet time in the previous section of the court battle, but it seems like you can always continue during these trials, so I don't think it's ever game over if you fail.
Is this really the end?
So it asks you if you want to restart, so...
I refuse to give up yet!
Oh cool, we get full health. So we started that round with 1 heart out of 5 because I just did terrible in the bullet time, I think right before you arrived. I mean, it was real terrible. It's real bad.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before.
I basically forgot the special move.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka
I think
came
that's questionable, but
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
it's not that one. It must be the 3rd one.
Shoot!
So one of those statements is false, and we gotta challenge it.
So,
I think both of them are false, but
I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
uh-oh. I've done something wrong. This happened last trial too.
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder...
Review the file.
Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
It's
What
too late.
makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice
There's
Hammer.
only 2 statements. We shot both statements and they didn't work, so I think what happened is one of these white noise or purple statements came and blocked my shot. That happened last trial too.
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
Purple
We already
statement.
know what order they were killed in.
I don't get it.
Shoot!
Shoot! I love the way he says shoot.
So, regarding Taka's death, I
Okay.
wonder if he died before.
Let's try the second one again.
Perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
What?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Oh.
What makes you say that?
There was 2 white noises. Maybe I'm missing because
Justice hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer
I
3.
think I see what's going on.
Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See?
So those white noise elements, I think there's 2 of them coming, and I'm shooting the right statement, but
So,
I'm not seeing the other white noise.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Is this the second statement?
You say that.
I gotta clear the white noise.
Because of the numbering of the Justice
This
Hammer.
one and
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3,
that
while
was weird.
death came from a swing
I
of
shot the statement, but it
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
didn't register. Have to wait for the break in the conversation. Yeah, maybe.
So, regarding Taka's death,
You have to shoot it while it's on screen.
or perhaps it was after?
And it's the orange statements that you
We know
shoot.
what order they were killed in.
Shoot! So, regarding
Man.
Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
I am definitely missing something here. This is kind of a bummer. Kind of like getting just totally blocked by this game.
Is the... I refuse to give up yet!
Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, this is the first kind of game I've played like this as well. Make your argument. Just gonna review the rules real quick, but you're supposed to shoot those orange statements. If you choose the wrong statement or truth bullet, you will take damage. Yeah. Then we can focus, so you can pause the scrolling of the words or the statements by pressing spacebar. Yeah, so the weak spots. Hold control to speed it up. I definitely don't need it to be any faster. When a character is talking, some text may appear in yellow. This is the weak spot and it represents a potential lie or contradiction argument. Multiple weak spots may appear, and it's up to you to figure out the right one to attack it, which will allow you to move the trial forward. So I guess one thing I need to pay attention to is maybe there's two yellow statements that are on the screen, and I'm just shooting the first one I feel like I hit, and I'm not recognizing the other one that's on the screen. Or I didn't see, so you also get different truth bullets, and I need to probably press Q. I bet this is how I'm messing up. But usually when you begin this part, it will show you all the truth bullets that you're loading, and I might be just completely overlooking it, but I'm only seeing one truth bullet. Yeah, and then the silencer, so that's why you right click on those purple statements and it gets rid of them. That gives you more time, or doesn't. Time doesn't decrease. Okay, cute.
I
cute.
wonder if he died before
I
Hifumi.
did scrolling.
Perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So you can use scroll wheel to change the bullets, and I did that before.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
Get rid of that.
We know what order they were killed in.
Get rid of that.
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
I don't think Taka became last.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Shoot!
There's only 2 statements. And I've shot both of them.
So, regarding Taka's death,
First,
I wonder if he died
second,
before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
third,
We already know what order they were killed in.
fourth,
Taka came last.
fifth,
What makes you say that?
sixth.
Because of the numbering of the
Seven.
Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
I'm gonna try shooting the white statements.
So, regarding Taka's death, I
Just for
wonder
the heck of it.
before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Huh. This is somewhat embarrassing.
Regarding Taka's death,
Oh my gosh.
he died
What am I
before
doing?
or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
That one didn't register.
You say that.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
There's 2 yellow statements. I have to shoot one of them. I think this is the hint. Usually the statement's the hint.
So, regarding
Like what you're doing wrong.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
I'm gonna try to shoot the order statement like before the white nose. Right now.
They were killed in.
So that one got blocked.
Shoot!
What I think happened there is I shot and then the white noise, when it hit the statement, the white noise
So,
got taken out.
regarding
So
Taka's death, I wonder if
white
he
noise
died
can't be on the
before
screen.
Hifumi, or perhaps it
That
was
didn't work.
after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Maybe I have to hit the word order. It's never been this complicated.
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he
Shoot.
died before Hifumi.
Shoot one of the orange statements.
We already know what order they were killed in.
Shoot!
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
No.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Yeah, so I tried to shoot it before the white noise. That one I was trying to shoot before the white noise came up. But the white noise came up and then it disappeared when the word got hit. So I think definitely the white noise has to not be on screen. So, if you're not familiar with this game, just to give you an insight to kind of what's going on right now, is that we have to prove who the killer is in this chapter. And if we fail, everybody dies except the killer. So that's the dynamic that we're working in. And then if we prove who the killer is, only the killer dies. And you're supposed to graduate. I think this is like a high school for elite people.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
That's kind of the game.
We already know what order they were killed in.
Oh,
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
dang it.
Shoot!
So, the only way you can survive or graduate is by getting away with murder. So that's the incentive, is that we're all locked in here
I wonder if he
together.
died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
Ever. Like,
We already know what order they
infinite
were
food,
killed in. Taka came
don't
last.
need to make any money.
What makes you
But
say that?
there's this bear that keeps giving...
Justice Hammers.
There's this bear that keeps on giving incentives. Like, this chapter, the incentive for getting away with murder was $10 million. Oh man.
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
I don't think so, so I just saw your question. So I feel like the game's a little bit linear in that, you know, you go through the day and like you start off the chapter and you're talking to your friends and you're interacting with them, giving them presents if you want, and learning more about your fellow classmates or whatnot who's in this situation. And then it seems like after 3 conversations that you interact with these folks, somebody then there's an incident that happens, and then you go into investigation first. You go into an investigation, and then you basically have to click everything or you do everything in the investigation, and then it wraps. And then once the investigation wraps, I believe it only wraps when you get everything discovered. You then go to trial and then have to use what you found in the investigation to figure out who the killer was. So, and then another chapter. Yeah, so each trial is, I think, specific to that particular chapter. So the first trial was for the first chapter, and then the second trial never referenced the first chapter. I don't think it ever referenced it. It was all in encompassing that second chapter. So this third trial should be everything that was happening right now in the third chapter. Oh, and then I just wanted to take a moment to thank Anime Girl 2009. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that that middle part. Yeah, thanks. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. Hope you're having a good day. Oh man. Yeah, I'm oh man, I wanna get through this.
Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi
Kind of weird that that text was shaking. That Taka came last.
death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you
Yeah.
say that?
Forgot to shoot the shaking. Up.
Justice Hammers.
Ah, it's not it. It's not that statement. Keep shooting it. Oh man.
Shoot!
Shoot. I love that.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
I try to shoot it for the white noise. I remember now the white noise comes pretty
Regarding
quickly.
Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Too late.
What makes you
Too
say
late.
that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
And this tea's running through me.
They were killed in.
Nope. White noise was on screen.
Shoot!
Oh man, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick after we hit continue. Be back in just probably less than a minute.
Is this really the end?
No, we're gonna do this.
Refuse to give
Gotta
up.
figure it out. Gotta figure this out. Thanks for sticking with me right now. I feel so perplexed. See, you'll see. That's when you see all the bullets that will load right there when it says the Monokuma file 3. If you have other bullets, they show up right there. We only have one bullet. That's when they load. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks for joining. Understand you gotta go. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back, and we'll get this solved. Oh. Cool. Alright, I'm back. Thanks for giving me a... Ooh. Giving me a moment to use the restroom. Oh, definitely gonna want this. Oh, Truth Bullet flashback. Oh my. I bet this is it. Target a weak spot and then hold down the left mouse button. You use that weak spot as a temporary truth bullet later in the argument. Yes, so they implemented this. Mic's on. Cool. They implemented this in the second trial. Maybe, as one of the streamers I like watching, DGR Dave, he has a phrase that I like. Maybe we're gonna get off this struggle bus. Definitely struggle bus. I bet we have to absorb. I bet that's what I've been doing all wrong the whole time.
Or perhaps it was after?
So
We
silly.
already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
What
Should
makes
we
you
get
say
through
that?
this? Get through this.
because of the numbering of
The Justice Hammers!
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding
Ah.
Taka's death,
So now I have this
I
bullet
wonder
called
if
the
he died
numbering.
before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed.
Oh my god. Yes. We got through it.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
Yes.
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Thanks for sticking with me through that. Oh my gosh, we struggled so bad. Oh, okay, this is a new one. Oh my gosh. Wristwatch. I got this. Wristwatch. You gotta shoot the characters in order. Where's the S? You have to shoot them multiple times. The red ones you shoot once. The yellow ones you have to shoot 3 times, and the orange ones you only have to shoot twice. Watch. For a second, forgot how to spell wristwatch.
I've got it! Taka's wristwatch! See? Look! It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
It was working.
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe. When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office.
Oh, I'm so glad got through that.
That's totally true! We're all in the clear!
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up!
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing. Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body, because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body died.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway. In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
He wasn't dead.
We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his
Wasn't dead.
body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
Sketchy Celeste. Because he wasn't dead. He was alive.
his
Remember,
body
he woke up.
apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first
have to
floor
carry.
up to the
She
third
didn't have to carry.
in that short amount
Whoever
of time,
did it.
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible
What? How?
Possible.
if the dead body were to move itself?
The dead body moved on its own?
They're catching on.
No.
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is
They're catching on.
Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
that it isn't possible.
Yep. Glasses. Okay, broken wristwatch. That's the bullet we have.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without
Nope, Celeste is lying.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Shoot!
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No,
We can absorb
it is impossible.
statements.
Hifumi was dead.
That's what I was totally doing wrong.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Shoot!
Good question. Do I know what I'm doing?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
Seems like maybe cycling.
Surely you heard the body discovery
I
announcement.
guess what's
along with the
confusing to
rest
me
of
is
us.
that
Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
not that way. So that's my mind wants to think that you can like just wrap everything up in the first go round, but with the last round that we were doing, it was you had to actually get something from that round to use it during that round after it wrapped. So that was kind of a weird element I wasn't prepared for.
Shoot!
Okay. So we use the first two
Are you saying
statements.
that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is
Actually
impossible.
still alive. Oh,
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body
he used he was still alive on this next statement.
Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Sure, the body discovery announcement was only made once, but Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered almost at the exact same time.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
I think it's this
Hifumi
one.
was dead, without a doubt.
Plus, this
And
would
you know that how?
prove that Celeste
Surely
is
you heard the body discovery announcement
misdirecting us.
along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Yes.
No, that's wrong!
Oh yeah. Yay.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Oh right. I have auto.
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Getting through this trial.
But that was also
through
the
it.
same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
I don't remember if they
bodies had been found.
they call
There really
it.
should have been 2 announcements.
No, because Afumi wasn't dead.
Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty. He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Because he wasn't dead.
Later.
Exactly.
They already knew this. And that was for Taka. So in this part, you have to choose the statement that's true. So you have a 33% chance. I think it's only been 3 choices, but if you choose wrong, you just get to choose the next one that you want. I think your health probably goes down. And I chose the wrong one. Because he goes, shoot. Oh.
I got it! I heard it a second time in the repository when we
Overlooked that first question. I mean, the reason I thought it was the middle one was because he did end up waking up and then passing like right away. So I just kind of
But it
thought that.
contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
So I thought it was the middle statement because he woke up and then he died, and that's when the announcement went on. Yeah.
And in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, meaning he wasn't actually found dead until we...
And that's just... There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the
They
nurse's
must have like heart rate monitors on these people, or I guess the cameras can sense breathing or something. Maybe body heat, infrared.
But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Dolly Celeste.
Okay then. Let's take another look, and then it should become clear whether he was really
This whole thing is pointless.
Celeste isn't gonna get away with it. No way. Fumi's glasses. We know what's going on here. They got
Well,
clean.
here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office.
Glasses were bloody.
While me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
Whoa.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Wrong. Glasses.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like
Oh
to
yeah,
tell the rest of
one
us?
thing to mention if you're new to this game, we're kind of playing the role of
When we
Makoto.
found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can. I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it?
Oh,
Of course.
yeah, that makes sense.
Prince, I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Whoa.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi. What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible.
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
I mean, it is pink.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
This is a twist.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
I might be wrong.
Gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and
Celeste might not have done it.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means, when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
and it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
Dang.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
A piece of paper?
talking about the note Hifumi had
There
hidden
was,
away, aren't you?
2 people involved.
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
I'm certainly not going to implicate myself.
That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy! Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right? Ugh! Yes!
Ooh, we got a lot of bullets this time. Broken wrist, watch, glasses, and the cleaning cloth.
Huffy had the note, right?
So we have to...
Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
Oh yeah, shoot this.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to me?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
I'm learning a little bit more as I play this game. It seems like
Huffy had the note, right?
just listening to all the
Then the
statements.
person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to me?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
No, it's wrong!
Oh, I got a little nervous there.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it? Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Where's your proof? Go ahead.
Is it ripped?
Show us.
The note was ripped. So this corner piece was like really hard in Taka's dead hands.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his life, if I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There is only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from its death grip, leaving behind, oh, did I get all that?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly, which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa!
I wasn't expecting that.
After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository, so he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus! Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi!
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the
following.
Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all.
I remember that.
But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it.
It's the clean one.
But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers?
It's a new hammer.
Personally, I haven't a clue. So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then...
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
Oh, thought we were gonna be able to choose it. Yeah, the spotless hammer. Okay.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
Damn, spotless hammer.
Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it? Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers! And...
No, that's wrong!
I feel like that was pretty
Murder weapon
lucky.
wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, It was something completely different.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had
Oh, so the Justice Hammers weren't painted.
and the reason it had
I
been
just thought somebody got crafty.
most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that
Look at all those hammers.
all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used the hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
Celeste.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
Oh my. Here we go. I'm not gonna use the spotless hammer again.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one
There we
person
go.
is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Yeah, I thought that was low chance. I think we used two... I think we used the two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds
On
true,
that.
it is simply impossible that two
Yeah.
people work together on
I
this.
think that's how we go.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right?
Here we go.
In this case, however, there were two murders.
Two murders on impossible.
Based
This
on
is
the
the
rules
for
that
the
have been
win.
laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
I did it.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Let's try again.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act, assuming the rule holds true, it is simply
Yeah. Here we go. Oh man. Oh man.
Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
Biggest problem with this logic is that means the accomplice, Hifumi, or the other person, was agreeing that one of them was gonna die. That doesn't make sense. So logically, yeah, you could have 2 murders, but the plan wouldn't be like, hey, help me out with a murder and I'll murder you so I can get away with it. So, yeah, 2 people could escape, but you don't draft a plan like that of, hey, help me out. You're gonna die helping me out because you'll be the second murder. It'll only work if the 2 people helping each other out were gonna do 2 different people, not one person and one of the person committing the crime. So I don't know.
Only been one murder,
It's kind of a weird.
The idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward.
It's true.
Risk versus reward.
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However,
True.
if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
But not if you're gonna die.
You're saying that 2 people could act as each other's accomplices to commit 2 separate murders.
Yeah.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
Okay.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committed. Instead, each person killed someone, creating 2 separate, and it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it.
Oh, okay.
A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies by creating one
So
seamless
the
set of
accomplice was set up.
They made it look like one person was behind it all.
Yeah.
The mastermind picked their target
That checks
and
out.
convince him to go along with
Believe
their
that.
And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just...
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Understand how an accomplice could be involved.
I think he has a crush on her.
Pulling Hifumi's strings.
That's problem numero uno right now!
Wow. I'm surprised. They're... Nope. Nope. No. Sweating. She's sweating. I was just kind of curious. I really think it's Celeste. Oh man, I'm gonna be so surprised if it's not Celeste. I don't think anything else makes sense to me. Well, I guess, who do our viewers think it is? Waited just a second for those answers. Welcome to the channel. We're just, we're having to implicate, the killer. And, I think it's Celeste. I might be wrong. I wanted to give a moment to let anybody that might be coming back, I suppose, as well, to say who they thought done it. But I don't think anybody else makes a lot of sense. Celeste was doing a bunch of misdirection this chapter, and I think it has to be her. So I'm gonna choose on 10. I think it's Celeste. Oh, I'm gonna be so surprised. It's not her. Here we go.
Here's my answer.
Ooh, I think that means it's confirmed.
It was Celeste.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I
Yeah, you are.
do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that brain-fat,
No.
lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
No deflection. Totally you.
Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Oh, by Akuya.
So,
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you.
Well, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're having a great day. And yeah, we're just finishing up this trial on chapter 3, and I think we're getting really close to the end of it. So there's probably a few other things we got to do, but let's see. I'm not sure because this is the first time playing.
Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
Okay. What is it that only Hifumi and Celeste comment? Screaming? Only? Yeah, Celeste was the only screamer this chapter. Oh, no. They both were, they both encountered the suspicious individual. I mean, they both did scream. This is kind of weird. So both 1 and 3 are true, because Celeste was screaming and misdirecting everybody, or directing everybody where she wanted them to go. And then Hifumi screamed in the nurse's office, so both of them are correct, but also Celeste kept on encountering the suspicious individual and directing, so I don't know. I'm gonna go with 1.
I got it!
I guess it was 1.
The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual.
That was kind of like a trick question, I think.
The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Whoa. What's that all about?
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
Uh-oh, look at her in the corner.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen.
Yeah. Gates
Next,
up.
to draw us all to the physics lab up on the 3rd floor,
I think in the second trial they did like a last-minute misdirect, but that would be kind of weird here.
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
So there was the scream, right? I was talking about the screams.
once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
And I think this is the nurse's office screen, but another reason I thought it was Celeste because of the bathroom. Like, they were supposed to be watching the Hifumi, and then all of a sudden Celeste and Hina go to the bathroom. It's just... And then the body disappears. So I think that was orchestrated. Right? So screaming.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Hey, thanks, Pumpkin Vampire 666. Thanks for the follow. Do appreciate that. Yeah, thank you very much. Welcome to the stream if you're still with us.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
I feel like I gotta turn up the volume on the follows. I missed two of them. I feel. See it because it's in the display, but yeah, I want to make sure to recognize. So I apologize if I didn't recognize anybody when they followed. It does mean a lot to me when people follow. Yeah, makes me smile for sure. So thank you.
And on top of that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we are on the 3rd floor. Everything's going according to plan.
I'm surprised they can hear.
Why else would you let out a
First to
scream
third
that could
floor.
have carried across the sea?
Oh, I guess it was really loud.
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead, Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it! Everything! The whole thing was one big act!
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She
That
just
was
saw a chance
orchestrated.
to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I had no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal...
Ooh, what's the fatal mistake?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say
don't think I
that
caught it
one
either.
little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you
The
talking
second time.
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
Oh, I definitely didn't catch this. Must be really injured. Oh.
I remember her saying that too.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed now. The entire
Man, that
time
would have
we were
been-
together. Not think about it.
That would have
Celeste's
been really
doesn't make sense.
good to
It was
notice.
completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble
I missed that.
understanding. If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
We didn't know that they were both dead. All we knew was Hifumi was dead. I wonder if this means we have to
All I said was,
listen to all of it.
they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
I didn't follow my voice. Listen to the whole every state. Let's just listen to all the whole statement.
Really
Complete.
be enjoying this.
I thought that was the answer, but
Standing
Us?
around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here.
us all
Just like those
those
guys
guys.
died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
I think that's what. So we had to absorb. So you can absorb statements.
All I said was,
Got
they
it?
must really be
That's
enjoying
weird.
this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused.
Hey,
They
welcome
must
to the
be
stream.
Positively elated. We are all going to
Hope
die.
you're doing well.
We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
I think that's the strange thing.
That's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Yeah, so strange. Here we go. We're taking the so strange statement. We're gonna fire it at those guys.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this.
How's your Sunday going?
The sight of us
Hopefully well.
standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those.
Holding my breath a little bit on that one.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall.
First time playing this game for me. Curious if any of our viewers have played this title before.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys?
Yeah.
Because
How did you
Kyoko
know?
also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took?
That was a setup. You took it.
How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right?
Yeah.
So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words,
So Hifumi could have been like holding the arms, going, ah!
if everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
She takes the picture.
Simple.
Are we sure that's really a picture of the
Yeah.
suspect dragging Hifumi away?
Yoko knows what's going
What do you
on.
possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Yeah, see? Holding the arms, and then he's framing the person. Ah! This is a weird answer. Dancing. I think this is the only one that makes sense. Thinking. Oh, they could be dancing. Like, Hifumi's really into it. I think it's this one.
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away.
It's Hifumi.
I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Yeah.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility.
We're solving this crime.
The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the
like he's passed out, and he's like
even farther.
Just carrying them.
If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy and all.
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away.
Is it? I don't.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate.
Whoa. Man, so many. Robot Justice.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that. Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way! You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
This one's kind of hard.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Oh my. Man, I never know if what I'm gonna click is gonna be right sometimes.
Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Yeah.
That's right!
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro in. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit...
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate? Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate? Celeste? Clearly! You want to cram me into your little guilty box? Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying? When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hatakure!
Right! But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko,
Dang.
what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
His last names.
I got it!
I
That's right. Our last
was
names.
kind of a guess.
He called us all by our last names.
Exactly.
I don't really
I know
remember
I heard
that.
him say Mr. Nayagi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental, by chance. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a
Whoa, that was a...
explanation? No, there's no reason to think he would have
Shut
said the
down.
name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so
Oh.
far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you? Well? What?
Okay, then fill us in.
Make sure your ear holes are wide open, and my real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please
Oh, yeah.
making me
No, we
repeat
know
myself
that.
over and over again?
Oh, man. We're gonna have to do now.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg. God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not
It's a
pretending.
fake name.
It's the
That's what's
truth.
going on.
And since you have no way to contradict me,
The handbook should show us. Before I shot that one.
That's it!
The handbook shows the names on boot up.
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before. So all
This is
we
how
have
we're
to
gonna
do
do
is
it.
that's how we can find out Celeste's real.
that's an invasion of privacy.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really please? Just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Oh, yeah, we gotta do this thing. Okay, hopefully this one's easier than Chapter 2. Chapter 2 was... Oh, Chapter 2 was challenging. Alright, what do we got here? We got... talking together. Well, just looking at these answers, it looks like it's going to be hard. Just gotta pick something because it actually we get to repick if we get it wrong. So let's just start putting this thing together. Maybe chips. They're together. There's chips on the table. Focus on chips. Maybe. 1 o'clock. I think they were supposed to meet at 1 a.m. for him. This is them doing that. And they take a picture of it. That makes sense. What are they doing to... I don't think they did anything. So he comes in, does that. Act 3. Something's going on. Watch. It says watch, right? Let's make sense. He comes, takes him out. Ooh. I think it was Justice Hammer 4. Oh, we'll put number 3 there if it doesn't make sense. And this comes... Oh, right. Yeah. Because it's reverse order, so that the third hammer. I think it might be 2. Okay, we can get more time. Wondering what the heck this image was. I'm pushing. Yeah. Okay. So we might have the hammers wrong, and we might have this wrong.
The killer is you! Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the order.
Okay. Dang.
Here's exactly what happened.
The first one.
Before anything, the killer persuaded... With an accomplice,
I didn't take
the killer was able to execute a number of
pains into consideration.
first, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone, the murderous duo, intended to... They drugged him.
Felt pretty good about that choice.
Hifumi, while the killer used a digital camera to take... They did all this when they were done with him. And then finally, at 6, they called Taka to the...
The hammer right?
And that's where Hifumi killed...
Oh, we did it.
The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next for these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims. Just the first fake incident was the attack in the wreck there. The killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1. And the
Backpack is kind of weird.
they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we
I'm not
thought
very
the
confident
second
with
fake
this
incident was
choice.
the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these two incidents, the killers were able to create us that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap.
Yeah, that's Justice Hammer 2.
Here's exactly what happened. So,
Cool that you don't have
they
to.
falsified 2 more
It doesn't
assaults.
rewind to the previous acts.
These attacks,
Appreciate
the
that.
killers pretended to be the victims. To solidify Robo, the first fake incident was there. The killer, they want to set this time with these two incidents that the SeeFoo.
Real. Nurse's
Did
office.
that. We left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what he... We took a blood packet from the refrigerator, and Justice Hammer 3...
They kind of tell you what the next pain's supposed to be. I didn't notice that
himself had
last
apparently
time.
been brutally murdered.
That's a good thing to just remember.
He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found.
What was the blood packet?
Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in the
Felt pretty
tarp
good about that
and
choice.
used the dolly to move it all. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared.
After I understood what it was.
But
And
even
then-
they didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
He gets taken out.
Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could be. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case.
Oh.
Celeste! Sorry, you
This
lose.
is a kind of a weird interchange.
I lost. When was the last they hang heavy?
Then you admit it?
Listen to Celestia Ludenberg. At Hayako, Yasuhiro is fine.
Keiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Dang.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
She's
It is
going
indeed
back
a moment.
outside.
If you would, please look. And when the votes are tallied, will you make
Oh
the
yeah,
right
we don't
choice?
choose for it. I always think I'm gonna actually select the person here. Right.
Honestly,
I knew it. So then,
Use the laptop.
indeed.
What I was thinking.
Say what?
just a second. In other words,
Indeed.
I see.
That makes sense.
Actually,
What?
are you okay with this? So then,
Damnation!
He has a lot of action figures in his room.
as for me,
Oh. What? Damnation!
Yeah.
Say what? Completely
most unfortunate.
Hmm?
Actually,
What?
indeed.
Dang, she's like spinning a huge story.
Leon?
Honestly,
I swear!
actually,
Hmm?
Alright, cool.
indeed.
Well, how they explain it.
But
Let's see.
Well,
Are you okay?
so in the end,
What the heck? Well,
don't be mean!
I wonder about that.
Why?
What the heck?
But
You little bit. Hey! You little bitch! This is fine. Honestly. As for me, isn't it wonderful? This is fine.
She had some plans.
There is nothing to be done. Just the worst. Oh. Do you understand? What is this?
Ooh, maybe she's the mole.
Yes, indeed. Isn't it wonderful?
Hey,
Chills!
I don't know.
I prepared a... Let's give it
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on. What? Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's... Well then, perhaps we'll meet again.
Oh. God, I had my jacket. Got through the trial. We had a bit of a difficult time getting through that one statement that you have to absorb. Oh, struggling a little bit with that one. That was a challenge. Totally forgot about it.
What are you gonna do?
let me out of here!
Too bad. How strange. Hey! Wah-wah?
So then, you... Hey.
Ooh, how exciting!
This is a quest.
Hello. Well?
I'm guessing the key is where the laptop is. It's probably in a different locker.
See?
So...
Huh?
Hey,
Indeed. Hey,
What?
so...
come on. What? Goodbye.
Go.
Well then.
Yo!
Okay.
We're friends.
Shall we? So then. You. However. What? Indeed. What?
Hey, welcome to the stream.
That's fine.
Just got done with the third trial. Kind of finishing up the story before we get into the fourth chapter. Hopefully you're having a great Sunday.
Correct.
I don't remember us getting control after a trial before. Ooh, hidden panel. Yeah, secret hallways. How are you doing today?
Correct.
This is strange. Oh, dang. Oh, man. What just happened? That's probably the end of chapter 3. watching. Let's go find out. Maybe Sakura's working out.
Why? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat. No longer compromise. No longer. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
But you do read you haven't forgotten what I'm holding hostage?
Did not expect that. Oh wait. 7 people left. 7 people left. Oh, what's gonna happen in chapter 4? Alright, so with that, we're gonna take a break. Gonna stop playing for a little bit. Might be back tonight. I definitely will announce it on Twitter. Find me on Twitter if you'd like to get that announcement. But not quite sure. I know a lot of things are going on with the GDQ today, started a couple hours ago, so I might be checking that out for the rest of the day, or during the day. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate all the follows and all the chatting. Had a great time. Really fun. Really enjoying playing this game on Twitch. Actually, it's definitely a unique game. Having fun with it. So, yeah, follow me if you haven't, and I'll see you when we continue this journey. Thanks a bunch. Have a good rest of your Sunday. We don't see each other later. All right. Thanks.